I think we've made it to Mordor.
Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? She tried to kill me.
We're here in Whakapapa village.
We've made it to the car park where we're leaving a car for the next 3 days, and as you can see behind it, Mount Doom.
Are you ready?
That's about as ready as I can be, I think. Let's go. The first hut is 9.4 kilometers, so it should take us about 4 hours. Hopefully a bit quicker. Let's begin.
We shaved off an hour. So we've just gotten to this field-like area, and the trail isn't all that well maintained, so it can tack on a couple of hours actually. We've just stopped for lunch at a dried up little stream here in the shade. So far it's a bit hot because we're hiking at the height of the sun, but pretty flat. Some harder bits because the path isn't very clear a lot of times. Not too bad otherwise though.
Joe bought this at the information center.
4 hours. We're about 2 hours in. So it looks like it's just at the bottom here. We're not really going to gain much elevation.
Until tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be probably the hardest day, yeah.
Tomorrow's the big day where we have to go all the way up to the nipple right there.
And on the back side we have just a little bird's eye map of the loop circuit that we're doing.
So we're probably about halfway here to get to there. Dun, 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 there you have it.
The cost of a hut during Great Walk season is $36 a night, which usually needs to be booked in advance. Outside of the Great Walk season, it costs $15. There's also something to consider is the campsites, which you need to take your own tent, which is $15 a night. If you decide to camp, you won't have to bring your own gas cooker because you'll be able to use the gas facilities in the huts, which isn't offered at all Great Walk sites. Man, this actually hurts.
Does it?
Yeah, can I bring you in?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Holy cow, man.
Look how pretty that flower is.
Don't change the subject. You're trying to drown me. Oh, man. I feel like I'm going to fall over in a minute. Oh. I mean, it's probably great for your muscles. You know, like sports people, when after the game, they have like an ice bath.
The Wim Hof method, you know?
That is cold.
It feels nice. Will you rescue me?
Nah. Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? She tried to kill me. She tried to kill me. This is the proof.
I did not. I am innocent. Can't you see the halo on top of my head? I'm an angel.
All I can see is the shit talking.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, day 2. Day 2 is the hardest day, isn't it, Jay?
Primarily beginning with the fact that we had 0 sleep.
Yeah, that was Bit of a killer not having any sleep because we had 2 snorers in our room.
Yeah, there's a symphony of snoring. And then the hut was quite creaky, but I don't think that would have kept me up. So I slept until 4 in the morning and then that was it. We're going to the next hut.
The next hut is
Oturere or something.
about 5 hours away. And if you look out that direction, you might not be able to see because of the sun, but up that big mountain is where we're going.
Over and out. So we got really lucky on our trip. We had sunshine for all of the days and it was very nice and warm. The wind wasn't even too bad, and at the highest point that we were, the most that we needed was windbreakers. So we're about 5,000 stairs high and we left at 8 o'clock. It is now 9:30, so we've done an hour and a half of hiking up the volcano.
Which has been pretty brutal.
It's pretty brutal. I don't know, my guess is still we probably have an hour up or so and then go down.
And then, we got like an hour up, then it's flat for a bit over Red Crater, and then it goes higher again. And then we'll head down towards the second hut, which is still probably another 2 hours away, you reckon?
Maybe 3.
Yeah,
Depends
maybe 3.
how this goes. I'm stopping a lot.
It depends on how the descent is. If it's, I've heard it's quite like rocky and slippery, so
yeah,
might take us a bit longer.
We'll see you there.
There's a volcano. What's that called again, Joe? Mount Doom. All you Lord of the Rings fans, and that is where Mount Doom is, where they destroy the One Ring to rule them all.
Shall we drop one in?
Drop what in? A nugget?
Some kind of nugget, yeah.
Yeah, we've reached the peak of that grueling hike up. It was the hardest part of the whole crossing. Took us 2 hours. I guess it's pretty good time. Probably could have done it a bit quicker, but we weren't rushing. And now, yeah, we've reached this crater bit. I don't even know what's caused this, do you?
I don't know, maybe a meteor.
A meteor. It could be the aliens. It could be us when we landed.
Before humans were on Earth.
Yeah, because our theory is we didn't evolve. We're the aliens, you know? We came from another planet.
Hell yeah!
Came from a meteorite. What am I saying? I don't know.
Meteorite.
Peace out.
Social meteorite. That looks hella cool. I think we've made it to Mordor. Then we like came down like that and down here.
And now, hopefully, over this ridge is the hut.
The second hut that we stayed at, there was this beautiful waterfall over the valley. A lot of people actually ended up going skinny dipping there when there wasn't many people around. For a lot of people that were staying at the hut, they had mentioned that that was one of the highlights of the trip.
A good point on the fall, it was good to take a bath there. Yeah, it was really good to wash and get clean for the last 2 days of the hike.
So we're on day 3. I managed to sleep a little longer even though the hut arrangement was very strange. We didn't have any snores.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet most of the night, wasn't it?
The hut creaks a lot. The tiredness of the hiking was enough.
Yeah, to knock us out.
So
And today, day 3 is the easiest of them all. It's only a 3-hour.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit downhill most of the way, I've heard. So
should be pretty cruisy.
Very nice cruisy hike, and there's some side hikes once we get to the hut to like lake or something like that. Should be good.
And it's 9 o'clock now, so even though it's a bit later, we got loads of time.
Yeah.
Woo! Over that ridge, up this way, down around here.
Into the forest.
Into the forest! Woo! So we've just gotten to the woods, which means we're close to the last hut. The last hut was the most comfortable hut because it was really big, it was really new, there was plenty of cooking space for everyone, unlike Oturere, which had one stove and everybody was crammed into the dining area. And we got really lucky as well because most people just continued on with the hike, which we had also considered, but it was quite a long hike and we enjoyed it more by taking our time. Unfortunately, we didn't sleep very good because somebody was trying to release a demon in the night and would turn over and wake up and talk in his sleep, and Jack and I are relatively light sleepers, so we also didn't get a very good sleep that night, unfortunately. Just some more things to consider, and after experiencing all of that, I would say tenting is probably the better option, especially on Tongariro. Right now we're at the spring. The water is amazingly clear and it tastes so good.
Fill it up from just down there. Very cold, very fresh. Alrighty. That's actually like the first lake call where I'm like feeling the sharp pains that is tucking my muscles.
We got really dusty because we got lost trying to get to the spring. Ended up going down a really dusty path and now we're just washing off. Good morning!
Good morning.
Guess what day it is? Day 4.
And today we walk out back to our home, which is the van. Today it's going to take us about, it says 5 hours 40 minutes, but I think we've heard a lot of people do it in like 4 hours, 4:30. Yeah, so hopefully we're going to make good time. It's pretty flat all the way back, so
we'll see how it goes and we'll update you and show you. Over and
let's
out.
go.
So we're here at the oldest surviving hut in the Tongariro National Park. The men and women had separate bunk rooms. While the men stayed warm by the fire, the ladies' only luxury was a mirror. All that matters is that the women look at themselves and make sure they look pretty. They came to the jelly dressed in their sandy best. The women in frilly white blouses, large hats, and long pleated skirts. The men wearing 3-piece suits and hats. Boarding one of the many Whangarai riverboats, they traveled inland to the tiny settlement for venturing by stagecoach out of the river valley and into the central North Island desert. The flow of air is accelerated through Tama Saddle, which explains why it was so flippin' windy. It was the strongest wind that we had felt the entire time. So the northwesterly winds gather speed through there and have a significant effect on the desert.
Give me some sugar.
That was pretty weak.
Slap me. Yeah! Do you remember that picture from the start? There's our van.
So we finally made it home. The car's still intact. We're moderately intact, just a little dusty and really sore. And we had the option of cutting one hat out of the trip, and I'm glad that we didn't because that was quite hard, just lengthwise. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Woo! All of our stuff isn't just in a big heap because we can't be bothered. We needed to get those nudes in the belly.
Something different.
You heard it here first. I just wanted to show you my battle wound. Oh god. And I'm just gonna put a band-aid on. Okay, now that's just gonna stay there.